now is not a pretty picture. It can't be pretty and still be true, packed with shocking realities of what is happening today. In your city, your town, your neighborhood, thousands of young girls are becoming teenage dolls.
So after all these years of playing footsie, you finally decided to play ball. Poor little Janet. Always wanted to move uptown, but never had enough guts to do anything about it.
Shut up.
So now she's going to go, but she don't want to admit to her kid sister.
Girls who learn the naked facts of life too young, too soon, and the hard way. Hellcats in tight pants, running in packs, hunting down any girl who dares defy their jungle code.
Just clue me in on what happened. How, when, and why.
You said I could always come to you anytime, Val. That I was a new kind of girl for you, and that you'd fight the world if it was against me. Because the whole world is against me. I killed Nan Baker.
All right, we gotta get you out of town. Way out.
Fear-ridden, girls become captives of teenage hoodlums, thrill-hungry sensation seekers.
You may as well get ready, doll, to make the whole scene.
Way back beyond the future, in a land before time began, the day after has become the day before. The Tromaville of the future has become a dinosaur hell. In this dinosaur hell, there is only one type of being that can survive: a barbarian. And what kind of barbarian? Why, a nymphoid barbarian. A nymphoid barbarian in dinosaur hell. Across a hostile landscape, humans battle for supremacy against mutants. Deadly dinosaurs have arisen from nuclear holocaust, and all of them are hot for a nymphoid barbarian in dinosaur hell. Yes, for the first time ever, the prehistoric meets the prepubescent. She's the last womanoid in the Tromaville of tomorrow, and she's wanted by men and mutant alike. She's a nymphoid barbarian in dinosaur hell. Starring international cult heroine Linda Corwin as the nymphoid barbarian. Not since Raquel Welch in 1 million years BC has one woman had to face such a fearsome collection of rabid reptiles. You've seen the Brontosaurus, the Tyrannosaurus, but you won't believe your eyes when you come face to face with the Tromosaurus. Only the Troma team could bring you the incredible state-of-the-art special effects from internationally acclaimed effects wizards Brett Piper and Alex Perney, the masterminds behind a nymphoid barbarian in dinosaur hell. You'll swear you are watching the real thing. A nymphoid barbarian in dinosaur hell. Primitive, brutal, horrifying, lust-crazed inhuman monsters, all battling over one beautiful, seductive, tantalizing prize. A nymphoid barbarian in dinosaur hell. She's the heroine every woman wants to be. The courage of a lioness, the hunting skills of an Amazon, and all the beauty of a fine young nymphoid. Only one man will possess the ultimate weapon. But no man can ever possess a nymphoid barbarian in dinosaur hell. You must see a nymphoid barbarian in dinosaur hell. The prehistoric and the prepubescent together at last.
While the beach set twists to the big beat sound of the Delaires, swinging out with 6 rocking hits, while the cycle gangs burn up the road and strong-arm their way into the party with fists flying, while teenagers prepare for a secluded slumber party, terror strikes from the bottom of the sea, an invasion of ghoulish atomic beasts who live off human blood.
Can they be killed? I don't know, Lieutenant.
They are the living dead. They're zombies.
Again and again, the fiendish monsters struck like nothing that ever stalked this earth. An entire city in the throes of panic, at the mercy of demons from the dead.
Hot Rod Girl, a drama of growing youngsters. Like pretty Lori Nelson, she loves fast cars, but wants to be sure about love.
Don't ever shut me out again.
Chuck Connors, a cop young enough to want to help hot rodders. John Smith, who likes to pep up racing motors. Mark Andrews, a newcomer, bringing new thrills and new danger.
I got a feeling you'll be hearing from me very soon.
I'm going out, and don't try to stop me. Don't get in my way.
Here's excitement that hits hard, packed with the dangerous thrills of hot-blooded youngsters, showing off to hot rod girls. Like Roxanne Arlen, named by newspapermen the Wiggle, a thrill chaser who never stops. Russian roulette of the rock and roll set. You'll know the tops in thrills when you see Hot Rod Girl.
Dr. Mason! Dr. Mason! I'm sorry. I guess it was nothing. A sudden light reflection. It startled me.
There's no doubt a comet or a meteor.
No, it seemed to be a drill-shaped thing. Revolving. No, it must have been my imagination. But it makes me realize how desperately alone the Earth is. Hanging in space like a speck of food floating in the ocean. Sooner or later to be swallowed up by some creature floating by.
Oh, come now.
Time will tell, Dr. Mason. We can only wait and wonder. Wonder how. Wonder when.
Report preliminary findings.
Thor reporting. 42 saturation degrees and 96 volumes. Intermediate fluctuation in Marfan content.
Derek reporting. Tridex mixer components ratio exceeding 7 to 1.4.
Morrow reporting. Diagonal adjustment reading resisting structural forms by 2.8.0 vernums.
Saul reporting. Uneven cartoid levels intersect planes below 0.03.
Surface readings register above minimum requirements. Morrow, go below and bring up the young Gargan specimen. Now the decision depends on its reactions.
Wait, Captain. I have found evidence of intelligent beings on this planet.
Of what concern are foreign beings?
Of none to you, Thor. Just as you were so unconcerned when you destroyed the small creature. So bravely.
It was no more than an insect.
But it had life. And that life you had to take to satisfy your endless hunger for killing.
Silence, both of you! Proceed, bring the Gargan.
That will not be necessary, Captain. Conditions here will be reported as unsatisfactory, as they were on the other planets we have charted.
By what authority?
You will prepare for takeoff. The ship will leave this planet immediately.
According to our code of operations?
You may forget the code of operations, Captain. Only civilized beings could have made the inscription on this metal piece. We shall not have the thousands of Gargans brought here to destroy them.
You have concern for foreign beings over our mission to locate grazing land for our Gargan herds? Recall, it is necessary as a reserve food supply for our people.
Our people? We live like parts of a machine. We don't know our fathers or mothers were raised in cubicles. The sick and the old are put to death.
It is the one and only way to maintain the supreme race. Have you forgotten?
Our people have forgotten. They have been made to forget for centuries. But I have learned how it once was. Families, brothers and sisters. There was happiness. There was love.
Of what do you speak? From where have you learned such things?
I have read. I have read from this book. I discovered it and kept it hidden. Somehow it survived the flames of the Annihilators when our people were turned into mechanized slaves centuries ago.
When we return to our planet, the High Court may well sentence you to torture and death for this treason.
The High Court may judge me after we have accomplished our mission. We will find an uninhabited planet to which the herds of Gargans may be shipped, without endangering civilized beings.
Let me see that book. I am interested to see what sways your mind so heavily.
You may have it.
Bring up the Gargan. You were a fool, Derek. This book has poisoned your mind, and you shall suffer for it.
Captain, if the Gargans are shipped here, the inhabitants may destroy them. That possibility alone makes it worthwhile to locate an uninhabited planet.
That book has indeed made you forget many things. We are the supreme race. We have the supreme weapons. Keep him under guard, Thor. I will study the reactions of the young Gargan.
Before the High Court has you executed, you should be made to watch what happens when we return here with the Gargans. By the elements alone, they will grow to millions of times their original size in less time than it takes for the sun to rise and fall.
It thrives, Captain. Already I can feel it has grown heavier.
We shall return to our base and lead the transport ships here. Soon this planet will be covered with full-grown Gargans. A safe distance from our planet, yet their meat will be available to us for the harvesting. Repack the instruments. I shall radio back the news of our success.
Captain! Captain, something has gone wrong. Look here.
What? What has happened?
I do not know. It suddenly fell limp, and now does not move.
Assemble the TRSs, hook in the gas grading instruments. Be quick! The atmosphere here tested above minimum, but the Gargan species cannot live due to excessive nitrogenic gas compounds emitted in our preliminary diagnosis.
Then this planet will be reported as unsuitable?
Repack the instruments and prepare for takeoff. We will continue our search in another solar system. And when we return to our home base, you will be presented to the High Court with the evidence against you. Thor, Saul, bind the prisoner and prepare him for the isolation chamber. I will make contact with base. Expedition Z06 to base. Expedition Z06 to base.
Guard him. I will get the straps.
Lie down. Put your hands behind you.
Complete. He is escaping!
Go for! How did he get free?
He escaped from Saul. I could have stopped him.
Derek is to be brought back alive. He is the son of our leader.
Derek?
I reported his actions and was connected with the leader himself. He told me this. He said Derek does not know.
As the son of our leader, the High Court will pardon him.
He will be pardoned. When the sky is light, we will begin to search for him.
Captain, look at this. The Gargan. It is not dead.
It has revived.
It flourishes. The excessive nitrogenic gas compound shocked its system. Now it thrives on the very same compounds.
Then this planet is suitable.
Completely. I must resume radio vision contact. Morrow, Saul, secure the Gargan by expandable leg bands. Out of sight in that cave. The size it attains by the time we return will give us an exact growth rate to expect of the herds.
At the rate the Gargan is expected to grow, what will prevent it from tearing loose the leg bands and escaping from the cave?
We shall be back before that happens, unless it should receive food in excess of the atmospheric elements. We will leave nothing else for it to consume.
Imagine thousands of beasts like that, millions of times enlarged, roaming over this planet.
They will be harvested from the air, so there will be no danger to us.
Let us be quick. I do not like to look upon it.
Now that you report the planet is suitable for our purposes, you are to return here immediately and prepare to lead the transport ships there. Derek's escape could now mean difficulty in our operation should he communicate in any way with the inhabitants, inferior though they may be.
If we are to return now, how can he be stopped?
Leave your best man to find Derek and inform him he is my son. I will join you on the return trip to meet him there.
He may be stubborn. He has already threatened our lives.
If that becomes the case, he must be destroyed. And any beings with whom he might communicate, they must be destroyed. Your orders are complete.
I shall send my best man.
I heard the orders, Captain. Let me find Derek.
You will wait until the sky is light enough to begin the search. We will leave now and return here to meet you when we bring the Gargans. Do not fail, Thor.
I shall not fail.
Can I help you, sir?
Yes, I would. Would you tell me the meaning of the inscription on this metal piece?
Sparky, 1243 Willowcrest Drive. That's just 3 blocks down there and a few doors up. You can't miss it.
Hey, what's what you're doing there?
No, I'm sorry. I was just trying to make out what kind of clothes that guy was wearing. Looks like some kind of military uniform. Wonder where he's from.
Could be from Mars, for all I care. Hurry up there, boy, will you? I haven't got all day.
Hop in, I'll give you a lift.
Lift?
Well, it's a long way into town. Okay, it's all right with me.
Wait.
Never saw a uniform like that before. What brings you here?
I am searching for someone.
Maybe I can help you. Know a lot of folks around these parts.
I am searching for someone you could not know.
I put Sparky's breakfast out 20 minutes ago, Grandpa, and it's still here.
He's probably still out chasing gophers.
Hello. You've come to see our room for rent?
What's that?
A fellow to see the room for rent, Grandpa. You show it to him, will you? Joe'll be by for me in a minute. We're going swimming at Alice's, and I haven't even changed yet. Well, come on in. I'm Betty Morgan, and this is my grandfather.
Now, how do you do, son? Just arrived in town? Don't believe I've seen you around before.
I just arrived.
And your name?
Derek.
Derek. The empty room belonged to my brother, Bud. He's married now and lives upstate.
Your brother? You knew your brother?
Did I know my brother? That's a strange question to ask. Grandpa raised us both since we were kids after Mom and Dad died.
I am sorry, It's just that I never knew any brothers or sisters.
Your mother and father decided to play it smart and avoid a lot of squabbles around the house.
Oh, Grandpa.
I never knew my mother or father.
Well, let's take a look at the room, and if you like it, you're welcome to stay.
It's this way. I'll show it to you.
Hey, I thought you were getting ready to go swimming.
No, that can wait. Right in here, Derek. I hope you like the view. There are plenty of windows.
What's the matter? You act like you've never seen the inside of an automobile before.
What is this?
The gear shift. Where have you been all your life?
The gear shift. Tell me what it is for.
Now, look, mister, I didn't offer you a ride to give no driving lesson.
Tell me!
Sure. I didn't mean anything. Here's the clutch. When I push it in, I change gears. Low, second, and high.
And to halt the vehicle?
When I want to stop, I press the brake, right here.
And this?
The starter and ignition switch.
And the fuel, what does it use?
Are you kidding? Gasoline, of course. Here's the gas pedal right here. It's about time I have the tank filled.
I asked him where he was from, Grandpa, and he just said he was from very far away.
He did, huh? Well, maybe he doesn't like to talk about where he's from. By the looks of his outfit, I'd say he's raised in a private school of some sort.
Well, Grandpa, if he just got into town and can't pay the rent until he gets a job or something, would...
Well, what do you say, young man? What do you think of the room?
You will let me live here with you?
Well, sure. That's why we had the sign up. That's why you came here, wasn't it?
Not exactly,
Derek, I was just talking to Grandpa, and... Well, if you don't have the rent money right away, that could wait until he gets a job, couldn't it, Grandpa?
Why, sure. That's all right with me, Betty. But then if he doesn't like the room...
I like it here very much. I would like to stay.
Fine. I'll go out and take down the sign. You can use the phone to have your bags brought over.
My bags? I have nothing else.
No other clothes or anything?
We were not allowed to. I mean, my uniform is all I have.
Gosh, you've got to have more than that. Bud left some of his clothes in the closet, Grandpa. Couldn't Derek use some of them?
Of course, my dear. Bud wouldn't mind a bit, I'm sure.
Oh, golly, that's Joe. Put on whatever you like from the closet, Derek. I'll be right back. Make yourself at home.
Hi there, Joe. Hi, Gramps. Betty, I'm afraid I can't make the swimming date. Not till later, anyway. Got a sudden assignment for the paper.
Oh, gosh, what now, Joe?
I have a list of folks to interview. Say they saw a new flying saucer last night.
That sounds like it might take you all day.
I hope not. I'll call you as soon as I get through, okay?
Okay, Joe.
I guess a reporter's life can be pretty hectic. You never know when a news story will break.
I was just thinking. Maybe Derek would like to go swimming if you let us borrow the car.
Betty would at that. If you don't think Alice would mind.
You don't know Alice. I won't be able to keep them apart.
Hey, what's going on in town anyway, mister? A convention or something?
What?
For those clothes you're wearing. I talked to a guy this morning who was wearing the same kind of outfit.
Maybe the guy you're looking for, huh?
You spoke to him? What did he tell you? Where did he go?
Hey, what's the matter with you? Hey, take your hands off me.
You will tell me what he said to you.
Oh, why should I? Hey, who do you think you are, anyway?
Answer me, or I destroy you.
He came here with a dog tag. Wanted to know about the address, and I told him how to find it.
Where? Where did you send him?
It was an address on Willow Crest Drive. 1243, I think.
Tell me how to get there.
Just drive down there about 3 blocks. That's Willow Crest. 1243. It's only a few doors up. Somebody help!
You don't have to put the brake on so hard, Derek. That is, unless you want us to go through the windshield every time.
I have never piloted a vehicle like this before. I will try again.
This time, pull in there. That's Alice's house. Oh, much better.
Wait, Betty.
Yes, Derek? What is it?
When I came to your place, it was because of...
Yes?
I had just arrived here. I did not know where else to go, but everything was so strange to me.
I'm glad you came. So is Grandpa. Without any family or friends, you wouldn't like it at a hotel or any place like that. Come on. I hope Alice can dig up some swim trunks for you.
Hi there. Who's the stranger?
Joe couldn't make it, Alice. I talked Derek into coming along. Derek, this is Alice.
Derek. Hey, I like that. Come on in, the water's fine.
Well, we need a pair of swim trunks. I couldn't find any at my house.
No problem at all. He can wear a pair of my father's. The folks are gone today, and so are the servants. We have the whole place to ourselves.
Where are the trunks, Alice?
Hanging up right over there.
They look a little large for you, Derek.
Or maybe you better put them on with some clothespins, too, just in case.
I guess it's safe to try them on anyway. Over there at the bathhouse. What was that?
Don't worry, I'll get it.
It is what I wanted to tell you about. The reason I came to your place when I did not know where else to go.
Heck, I thought it was a 50-cent piece at least.
Why, that looks like... who it is? It's Sparky's. Sparky's dog tag. Where on earth did you find it?
When I first arrived, I was with some others. One of them destroyed a small creature. Later, I found that among the remains.
You mean somebody killed Sparky? Oh, no, Derek, it can't be true. Why would anyone want to kill Sparky?
Betty, I'm sorry.
Tell me who did it, Derek.
They are gone now. Only I remained.
But I don't understand. Where is Sparky? Will you take me to where it happened?
I'll get dressed and come with you.
No, Alice, please. You stay here. We'll see you later.
Well, so Derek didn't come into town alone. If you're looking for him, he isn't here now. He and Betty, that's my granddaughter, they went over to the Woodwards. Why don't you go on over there? No doubt they'd be glad to have you joined in the fun.
Yes. How do I go there?
The Woodwards are straight on down the street about 3 miles, just before you get to the park. Got the biggest house in the block down there. You can't miss it. Where are you fellas from, anyway? Don't believe I've seen uniforms like yours before. Military secret, eh? Well, it doesn't matter. Derek didn't say where he's from either. Don't let me keep you. You're probably anxious to see him.
Where is he, Derek? You don't mean those old bones. You can see they've been here for a very long time.
No. It was among these remains that I found the metal inscription.
But this couldn't be Sparky. I know. He must have been here and his collar tag fell off, that's all.
You are not familiar with the focusing disintegrator ray?
The what?
It projects an isolated beam which separates the molecules of living material in chain reaction. All but the solids, the skeletal braces.
Horrible. And you mean Sparky? But...
Over there is what happened when the same beam was aimed at me. It missed, and that is what is left.
Good heavens, Derek. You've got to explain it to me. Why were they doing this? Where were they from? How did you?
Betty, tell me, what is the most advanced form of transportation that you know?
What do you mean? What's that got to do with it?
Please, tell me, Betty.
Well, airplanes. Jet airplanes, I guess. Why?
And where do they go? From where to where?
To anywhere in the world.
And that's all?
Where else is there to go?
I should not have brought you here.
Is it about a new secret weapon? Something you and the others invented and then they turned against you?
It is something like that. I guess I should try to find someone I can explain it to.
Maybe Professor Simpson at the college. He's head of the science department. He will... What is it, Derek?
Betty, when you learn where I'm from, well, you may not understand, but I hope it will not make any difference between us, because...
I don't care where you're from. I don't understand all this, but somehow I feel that I've always known you. That we've never been apart.
Let us go to the professor you speak of.
We have to pass the house first so I can change.
What was that? Did you hear a sound?
No. Only the wind. What sort of sound?
Nothing. My imagination alarmed me. Come, let us be on our way.
Well, hello. What can I do for you?
You are alone?
Could be.
Where are the others? The ones who were with you?
Why do you want to know that?
Tell me where they are.
Say, who are you anyway?
Never mind. Just tell me.
Well, they left here. They're gone.
Where did they go?
I think you better get out of here before I call the police.
You will call no one. You will do as I say.
That's what you think, mister.
I said you will call no one.
Grandpa was asleep, so I left a note so he'll know where we went. If I know Grandpa, we'll be back before he even wakes up.
Hello.
Hello, Gramps. This is Joe. Betty there?
No, she and Derek went out over to the Woodward's pool. You could probably reach her over there.
Derek? Who's Derek?
Oh, you haven't met him yet, have you? He rented Bud's old room this morning. Seems like a nice fellow.
Oh? Well, the reason I called, I wanted to tell Betty I stumbled onto a double murder story that may keep me longer, but, well, after I get the story into the paper, I'll go on over to Alice's and see her there.
A double murder, Joe? When was it? Where?
We're not sure yet, Gramps. There's only a couple of skeletons. We'll know more when the coroner gets here.
Well, gotta get busy now, Gramps. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Joe! Joe, I just found a note. Joe! Hello, hello. By golly, you missed them at the pool, huh? Sure am sorry. Betty left me a note. Now they've gone over to the college to see Professor Simpson.
Professor Simpson?
This is his office, but he hasn't come in yet.
Well, let's wait for him at the faculty parking lot. It's just around the building.
You may wait here if you like.
No, thank you. We'll wait outside.
Good morning, Hilda.
Oh, good morning, Professor Simpson.
Have the aptitude questionnaires come in?
They're probably still in mimeographing. I'll go down and see if they're ready.
That's Professor Simpson's office. The third door down. He's head of the science department.
Well, that looks like Professor Simpson's car right there. He must be somewhere else on campus. We better go back to his office and wait.
Hello? This is Simpson, science department.
Put that down.
What is the meaning of this?
Do as I say.
Who are you?
Where is he? The one who came with information for you.
Who? You are making some mistake.
I am making no mistake. Where did he go? Out there?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You will speak to no one else.
Yes, I know. He came in right after you left.
Ah! Oh, Derek.
Oh, it's some kind of foolish joke. I'm not going to keep a job where this sort of thing goes on.
I want to believe what I'm thinking isn't true, but...
It was a focusing disintegrator.
Then... whoever killed Sparky... But you said they'd gone.
For some reason, they went to stop me. Somehow we were traced here. I want you to get in your vehicle and go to a place where you will be safe.
But how could they... Grandpa. I left a note for Grandpa. They must have... Oh, Derek.
I will go to your place.
No, they may be waiting for you there. I can call Grandpa.
Hello?
Oh, Grandpa, thank heavens. Derek, he's all right.
Betty, what is it, child? What's the matter?
Grandpa, was somebody there? Somebody you told we were at the college?
Oh, yes, a friend of Derek's. Did he find you okay?
He's a murderer. He killed Professor Simpson, Grandpa. He's after Derek, and he's probably on the way back to the house right now.
A murderer? But are the police...
Don't argue, Grandpa. Just get out of there. We're going to the City Hall police station right now. Meet us there.
Don't worry about me, Betty. I'll leave right away. Goodbye, honey.
I better call the police and let them know we're coming.
With what weapons are they equipped?
Well, guns. Why?
Guns that emit what?
Bullets? What do you mean?
Bullets. A centuries-old invention against...
Hello, operator. Give me the police department. Hurry. There right away. Thank you.
Betty, tell me how to go there. I want you to go somewhere else where you will be safe.
We're safer than the City Hall. The police said they're going to have armed guards waiting for us on the front steps. I told them we'd be right there. Let's hurry.
What do you want? I spoke to my granddaughter. You're not getting any help from me.
Did they return here? Tell me. I have no reason to harm your granddaughter, but if you do not tell me,
You can kill Derek?
Why should you care about him?
Why shouldn't I? Why do you want to kill him?
It is important only that he leave here, that I return him to where he belongs.
And where is that?
From where he escaped. I need not harm anyone if you tell me where he is. If you do not, there will be many deaths. Beginning with you, now.
He's not here. He's in the center of the city.
Where? Take me there. You will pilot the vehicle. Go. Be swift.
Alice? Betty? Anybody here? Holy mackerel.
You think the tip might have been a phony, Mac?
Don't think so, Harry. The girl who called seemed to know what she was talking about.
Another call, Mac. Joe Rogers, reporter on the Daily News. He's on the way over. Found another skeleton. Only this time at the bottom of a swimming pool.
The city hall is just up ahead in the next block. Oh, I hope Grandpa's there waiting for us safe and sound.
What are you doing?
Be silent. Continue ahead.
You stay here in the car. You'll be safe. He's after me, not you.
He must have slipped off that way. Come on.
Stay under cover.
Betty, thank the Lord you're safe. I just came from Alice's. There was a skeleton in the pool.
Alice? Oh, no. We came to meet Grandpa. The murderer came in the car with him.
What? But how did you get mixed up in this?
Since he killed Sparky out by the old mine. He's an insane killer, Joe.
And he forced Gramps to drive here? Where is Gramps? Is he okay?
Yes, well, there he is trying to get across the street.
You stay put. I'll go over and help him across.
What are you doing down here? Go into the building. That is the safest place.
Look. Here on the sidewalk. Drops of blood.
Betty, go into the building.
Derek.
Give me the weapon you have, Derek. Slowly. One sudden move and I slay you both.
Derek? Will Derek do as he says?
Get in! You will take me to a man of surgery to remove the metal pellets from my flesh.
That is not possible.
Yes, we must. We must do as he says. I know a doctor's office. We'll take him there.
She is very wise. Now go!
had happened. Next thing I knew, he was trying to fire out the window at Betty and Derek. I swerved the car and... Say, where is Betty?
That's funny. She must be around someplace.
But the car's gone. They must have left without me.
Well, don't worry, Gramps. You'll get an escort home. I'm going to phone the story into the paper and then drive out to the old mine Betty mentioned.
The old mine? What's out there?
I don't know. That's where she said Sparky was killed by the guy.
Sparky, our dog? She didn't tell me about that.
Hey, Mac, over here. Blood spots on the sidewalk. And where's that car that was parked here?
That's it. That's how the killer got away.
In our car? Then Betty and Derek, they must have been kidnapped. You've got to do something. You've got to find them.
This is it, Derek. That's Dr. Brandt there. He looks like he's leaving.
Stop him. Block his path.
Is there some emergency? I have a house call to make. Office hours don't begin for another hour.
Go inside, all of you.
I say, what is this?
He's holding a gun on us, Dr. Brandt. We had to bring him here. He wants bullets removed.
I see. I'm afraid I cannot be of any help. He will need hospital facilities for anything else.
Be silent and get inside. You will remove the pellets here, now.
Leave these people alone, Thor. Where is our ship? I will take you there.
No, it is gone. Do as I say.
Derek, please. Doctor, you must try.
You will have to lie down here. I will prepare an anesthetic. The pain will be great.
I will not be drugged. You will simply remove the pellets. Both of you, sit there. I shall keep you covered. Take heed. One treacherous move and they pay with their lives. Now proceed.
Thor, tell me why you have been searching for me. It must have been important for you to have...
The Gargan are to be raised here. You could not be allowed to run free.
But the specimen reaction was negative.
It was verified positive after you escaped. The captain should have let me kill you when I had a chance.
And why didn't he? I saw him stop you when you fired at me.
Because he just learned that you were the son of our leader.
Then if I am not to be killed, why did you fire at me in the city?
Your life or death was put in my hands. A traitor does not deserve to be our next leader.
The only reason you do not fire now is to force attention to your wounds. When that is done...
Proceed!
Antiseptic must be applied to your wounds, and you will need bandages. I'll get them.
he'd see us before we got out of there.
He may yet. Get in. I will take you back to the police.
In his present condition, he cannot remain conscious long. By the time we return with the police, he should be completely helpless.
Derek, what was he talking about? The Gargon to be raised here, and you, the son of the leader. You said you didn't know your father.
I did not know the things he said. I thought they'd gone. I wanted to forget them forever. But now I know. They plan to return.
Hey, wait a minute. I'm going with you.
Where?
To the old mine shaft.
How did you hear about that?
The old fellow inside. He's been telling us everything he can think of. Mentioned that's where you were going.
Okay, hop in. Maybe something will turn up out there.
You're in here? I know you are. I'll find you.
My nurse, Miss Moss. She'll be arriving for office hours.
I can hear you. I can hear you breathing. You cannot escape me. I'll find you. I'll find you. I'll find you. I'll find you.
Dr. Brandt! Dr. Brandt!
She's already left?
Dr. Brandt's office.
Miss Moss, thank heavens I've reached you. This is Dr. Brandt.
Where are you, Doctor? There's an emergency patient here. I've done all I can.
Listen, Miss Moss. He's a murderer.
He held hostages at gunpoint to force me to remove bullets. We were fortunate in escaping. You must get out of there.
A murderer?
We're sending the police, but if you treated him, he could revive at any moment.
Yes, Doctor. I'll leave immediately.
You will come with me. Put that down.
Miss Moss, what is it?
Drop it, I said.
What do you want?
You will help me to escape. Go out. That vehicle. Is that how you arrived?
Yes, that's my car.
Get in. You will take me where I say. If you disobey, you will be killed.
The police are on the way, Dr. Brandt.
It's no use. I was too late. They're gone.
Thor has escaped? But how could he? You said he would be helpless at...
Without aid. But my nurse, she didn't know. She bandaged him, gave him an injection. He revived.
Oh, no. We've got to tell the police. They might be able to do something.
I'll tell them. I'll tell them what happened.
Derek. Thor will be caught. They're sure to find him eventually.
It is what I know is coming here. The Gargan. They are small when young, but they can attain the size of this building in no more than a day.
But can't you stop them?
The only chance is to duplicate the operation of the disintegrator.
How can that be done?
The men of science here might be able to do it if they could get Thor as a model. If only there is enough time.
You know, I don't get this guy. Animals or humans, he just seems to like killing.
There's more to it than that, Joe. There's something behind this, something we don't understand. The weapon he uses, it's unheard of. Blasting flesh right off the bones.
Look at that tree over there. Used it for target practice by the looks of it.
I don't know. Let's take a look in the old cave.
Where are we going? You've got to tell me.
It is not far now.
You can't escape. The police will find you.
Possibly they will. But barricaded in the mouth of a cave, with you as hostage and me with this...
How long do you think you can hold out that way?
Long enough. There will not be too long to wait.
Hey! Bring your flash bulbs up here. This tunnel is black as pitch.
Okay, I'll be right up.
An intruder already.
No! I won't let you kill anyone.
I see you do not value your life. He's getting away. Follow him.
No.
Dare refuse?
Are you hurt badly?
I don't think so. Just bruised. Oh, thank heavens it's over. It was like a nightmare.
I wish it was over.
Oh, what do you mean?
Back in the cave, where he shot at me. Some kind of man-eating monster. Poor Mac, the guy I was with. I could hear the thing tearing him apart. He was dead in a few seconds.
Oh, how horrible. What could it have been?
I don't know. But whatever it is, I'm afraid the nightmare has just begun.
The man guilty of these strange killings now lies mute in confinement at General Hospital, where he is being treated for minor injuries. Authorities plan to transfer him to City Jail tonight. The fantastic murder weapon he used has not been located. Mystery still surrounds the disappearance of a man-eating beast said to have been in an abandoned mine shaft outside the city limits. These newsreel shots were made immediately after the city police surrounded the cave and found it completely empty. Evidence in the cave appeared to confirm the report that a monster of some sort had been shackled there, but had somehow attained strength enough to pull itself loose and escape. Groups of armed volunteers have set out in search of the creature, hoping to track it down and destroy it. Meanwhile,
crashed just below here. If that disintegrator is down there, I'm going to find it.
Derek, I just thought. The monster that escaped from the cave. It must have been there at the same time we were. What I can't figure out is, why did it escape when it did? Why not sooner?
It would not have been large enough, but the man it consumed increased its growth rate.
Then, how big would it be now?
There is no telling. You stay here. Keep the door closed.
No, Betty, go back. It's too dangerous for you
We can find that thing twice as fast if we both look.
You make me angry, but I like you very much.
In a moment, the moon will come from behind a cloud. It'll be easier to see what we're looking for.
Yes. The light from your moon, it will help.
My moon? Where are you from, Derek? I think I know. I think I've known for some time. You're not from this world, are you?
I did not know how to tell you.
It seems impossible to believe. You're so much like us. Like my brother or Grandpa when he was young. And to think.
We were made the same. The only difference is that we were put on places far, far apart.
What is it like where you're from?
Babies are bred and raised like livestock, parented by the most perfect specimens of our race. If you become ill, you are put to death, as are the old.
You won't be going back ever, will you?
I shall make the earth my home, and I shall never, never leave it. The moon has come from behind the cloud.
Derek. The cricket. It's so quiet.
The Gargan, get back!
There it is, Derek! It was under the rock! Quick! Shoot it, Derek! Shoot it!
That won't work. Run! Go start the motor. Hurry!
I've ever seen. Why wouldn't the gun work?
Must have been damaged somehow when Thor was thrown in the crash.
You said that thing would keep growing. If it does, what can stop it from wrecking the city? And
I may be able to repair the damaged part of the disintegrator. If I can, we will stop the Gargan and give the Earth a weapon against invasion as well. If only I can get it to work.
What was that?
Only a coyote.
There it is!
Grandpa was so exhausted he fell sound asleep with all his clothes on. Do you think you can fix it, Derek?
I have found the damaged part.
Such a little thing. And yet it has the power to destroy as it does.
It is worthless unless I can figure out an energy substitute.
Maybe it won't come into the city, Derek.
It will come to the city. For more food, if nothing else.
This is Johnson at Station 86. Out by the hills, due northeast. There's some kind of a monster. It suddenly bobbed up and seemed to touch the sky. I have not been drinking. No, I can't see it now. It must be behind the hills, but I'm getting out of here.
The few remaining survivors of the search party that was attacked report that the beast they encountered was many times the size they expected, indicating that the monster has some strange power of rapid growth. An exact description was... We have a bulletin just received. According to a report not yet confirmed, a beast of seemingly gigantic proportions has been sighted lurking in the hills due northeast of town. City officials have called for military help. Planes and troops are expected to arrive within the next 2 hours. Meanwhile, citizens should take refuge in places of safety, cellars, bomb shelters, as directed by civil defense administrators. I repeat.
Derek, they say it's coming. It has grown. It's just northeast of town. I'd better wake up Grandpa. We'll all go down to the cellar.
You go there with him. There is a chance I can do something yet.
What? What are you looking at?
Those wires, going from pole to pole. They carry the source of energy used for illumination and power in the homes.
Yes, electricity.
And the wires are spread throughout the city, are they not?
You mean you might be able to make the disintegrator work by hooking it to...
Possibly. If the power were great enough. The only chance, so I've got to try it.
I can help, Derek. I'm going with you.
What's going on? What's all the commotion about?
Grandpa, Derek and I are going out to the edge of town. Wait for us here.
First, I must put the disintegrator back together, and then find proper tools.
I can load the car with every tool we have in the garage.
All right, then. Let us go.
Cellar, Gramps, with Betty.
What makes you think Betty's in the cellar? She's out somewhere with Derek again.
Everybody's supposed to take shelter. The monster from the cave, it's approaching the town.
Huh? Then that's where they must have gone. Those crazy kids. Joe, we've got to try and find them.
You mean they... Come on, then, let's go.
Derek, look.
You drive away.
You can't cut live wires. Operator, this is an emergency. You must connect me with the city electrical generating plant. Hurry!
generating plant.
Hello? Please listen to me. You must do as I say. The monster is coming towards the town. I'm at North Ridge Road. We have a weapon here that might be able to stop it if we can connect it to the power lines.
Who is this? I'll have to check with...
You have to believe me. There's no time to check with anybody.
Out there. That looks like him. Derek is climbing down a pole. And look what's coming. We're not going to make it in time.
Restore the power. It's ready.
Hello? Turn the power back on.
Okay. It is not enough. It is not enough power.
Can you boost the power any? Please, it's not enough.
I'll try to speed up the generators.
Derek seems to have some kind of weapon, but it's not doing anything.
If only there were more power, Betty.
Is there any way to generate more power? We've got to have more.
I can join in more circuits, but it may blow off the line.
Try anything. It's our only chance. Turn the weapon over to the scientists now.
It is too late.
You mean they're coming? Already?
Your people are here for you. I must leave. They will take care of you.
But Derek, you promised. You said...
I know what I must do. You must not interfere.
Betty, thank heavens you're all right. That book has indeed made you forget many things. We are the supreme race. We have the supreme weapons.
Somehow I feel that I've always known you, but we've never been apart.
You are the son of our leader.
You won't be going back ever, will you?
How did he get a weapon like that? It makes me think of what the killer used.
It is. The same thing.
But who is he? Where did he come from, anyway?
Someplace none of us has ever heard of before, Joe.
What do you mean?
Clear from another planet. Far out in space.
Hey, wait a minute.
Betty, this is no time to be joking.
I'm not joking. Where do you think the monster came from? And the man who was doing all the killing and the unheard of weapon he used?
But how did
they came in a spaceship of some sort. Whatever those people told you they saw last night.
The flying saucer? And I thought those people were seeing things.
They weren't. Derek looked into the sky just before he left here. Somehow, he could tell more on the way.
He must be in the house. There's our car.
Oh, Derek!
Goodbye, Betty.
No, Derek, no.
You are Joe. I want you to take me somewhere in your vehicle.
What makes you think I will?
You refuse to take me?
That's right. I'm staying right here.
You will do as I say.
Oh, no, Derek, this isn't you.
Do not interfere, Betty. I beg you. Get in.
take me to where they are keeping the prisoner.
The killer? He's at General Hospital, but...
Then take me there.
Joe, don't! The disintegrator, it won't...
Betty! Trust me, Betty. Trust me.
Derek seemed like such a nice fellow.
Grandpa, he promised me something. He promised he would never leave, that he would never go back. I don't believe he wants to break his promise to me. I'm not going to let him.
What can you do about it, honey?
I think I know where he's going. Out by the old mine. I want to go there. I want to see him once more.
He's hurt you enough, Betty.
Grandpa, please let me go. I must.
The prisoner is in this building.
It looks like they haven't transferred him to city jail yet. What are you planning to do?
Never mind. Just get out of the car and walk in front of me. Do not move. I will take the prisoner. Get their guns. Hand them to me. Now get in. You face the wall. Keep your hands above your heads. I was stupid, Thor. Very stupid. But that is over. We are returning to meet the ships. Together.
Why do you let them live? Kill them!
There is no need. They will be dead soon enough, along with everything else on this planet. Go!
Look, that's what he meant.
Ships of an alien source are approaching from the sky. Radio contact has been attempted but cannot be established. Instructions are to prepare for an attack by an unknown enemy.
What made you think he was coming here?
Because they're coming. Told me they'd be coming. Told me he wouldn't go back with them. That he'd stay. That he wanted to stay.
Betty, let me take you back home.
No, Grandpa, look, here comes Joe's car.
Betty! Gramps, what are you doing here?
Why do you concern yourself with them? Destroy them!
Why, Thor? They cannot change what is going to happen.
What is going to happen, Derek?
You must understand. Death must come to all. Sooner to some, later to others.
The guide ship is about to land. We must go to meet it.
Your promise, Derek. Don't you remember your promise?
I have not forgotten it.
They call that the guide ship. And it looks like there are 100 more still in the sky.
What are they going to do?
Derek told me. The other ships are loaded with thousands of those horrible creatures, like the one Derek killed today.
Why are they bringing them here?
To raise, for food, a safe distance from their own people.
And they don't care what happens to us?
Derek cared. He wanted to make the earth his home. He promised he would never leave. Oh, Joe.
I would have used the disintegrator on them, but it will not function without energy supply. It was damaged when you crashed. I had to bluff with it.
It is just as well. They will be the first victims of the Gargan herds.
So you were able to bring him back, Thor?
He brought me.
I am sorry I acted the way I did. I am ready to take my punishment.
There will be no punishment, my son.
You are my father?
I am. I have watched your progress since you were born. You have excelled in all things. I was most disappointed to learn that you had deserted. I came this trip hoping I would find you had returned.
Has what I have done not disqualified me? Am I still to...
You are back. That is all that matters. Your mistakes were made because of that book. It blurred your mind, but only temporarily.
How is it you are able to leave the planet? Will not the government structure collapse in your absence?
We will return immediately, as soon as the Gargans are unloaded from the fleet of ships. The people are unaware that I am gone.
Yes, we must leave quickly. If your absence were discovered, it would likely spark the beginning of a revolution. I am not the only one who had that book, Father.
Yes, I know. And you will help in tracking down others who may have such books.
Yes, I see the fleet is approaching. They are flying from radio signals from the guide ship, are they not? Let me be the one to direct them in for landing.
Captain, are the ships close enough to receive their landing signals?
Momentarily, but...
Then go below, Derek. You will bring them in.
Derek, what are you doing? Unbolt the hatch.
Looked like Derek went in first and closed the entranceway.
Whatever's in the sky, they're getting mighty close.
Derek has some plan. He's not doing what they want him to, I'm sure.
Master control to fleet. Master control to fleet. Increase speed. Set flight pattern to -0.08. Increase speed.
Open this hatch at once.
The ships seem to be converging and increasing their speed. They cannot land.
He doesn't plan to have them land, but crash! They're coming right at us!
Derek's doing it. That's what he planned.
But he's inside there. He'll be killed too. Get down inside the cave. My son, please think of what you are doing. Turn the ships around before it is too late.
Hold course steady. I shall make the earth my home, and I shall never, never leave it.
he? Yes, he's here. It's for you, Barney.
Ah, told you so.
Marie,
Oh, yes, Alice.
Marie, you're upset about something. I do wish you'd try going out with some of the other boys as well as Jeff.
Why? Mother, I like Jeff a lot.
Well, I know, dear. I like him, too. But after all, there are other boys in the world.
If there are, I wish one of them had called.
Now, would you date with one if he did call?
Oh, I don't know. I'd rather go out with Jeff, but I wish the others wouldn't ignore me so. Oh, Mother, that's the whole trouble. Jeff doesn't ask me, he just shows up. He knows I'll be waiting for him, so he doesn't call. And neither does anyone else.
There are disadvantages to going steady.
Going steady? Yes, I guess I have been going steady with Jeff. We never talked about it. But then, we've dated regularly for quite a while. But it's not serious. Really, it isn't.
Well, I hope Jeff doesn't feel that he has the right to take liberties.
Oh, Mother.
That was Alice. She wanted me to come over and make some fudge with her. Girls. But I guess I'll go anyway.
Don't worry, Marie. I'm sure that if Jeff likes you as much as you seem to like him, he'll be over. Or phone.
Hello? Oh, hello, Jeff.
Diane, you know the senior class play is coming up a week from next Friday. Well, I'd wonder if you'd like to go with me.
Well, thanks, Jeff, but you know I'm going steady, don't you? Hal and I. Besides, what's happened between you and Marie?
Between me and Marie? What?
Jeff, Marie is my friend. Besides, everybody knows you two are going steady. Don't try to pretend.
Going steady? Me? Well, thanks anyway, Diane. Going steady? Everybody knows. Everybody but me. Am I going steady? What does that mean? How did I get into this anyway? Well, I have had quite a few dates with Marie. We've had fun, too. Lots of fun. We've liked each other all along. We've done all sorts of things together, like the time I taught Marie how to skate. We sort of, well, we seem to get along. I like it that way. Yes, it's fun to date Marie, but going steady, that makes it sound so exclusive. Everybody knows, eh?
It's great to have you spend an evening at home for a change, Jeff. Quite a while since we played. Your move. Your move. This Marie Miller you've been dating seems like a fine girl.
Yes, she is. My move again.
Are you sure you want to move there?
I guess I better not play anymore tonight. I'm not so hot.
All right. Something else on your mind?
Well, the kids have all got the idea that Marie and I are going steady.
Uh-huh. You, haven't dated anyone else for quite a while.
But we haven't agreed on anything. I mean, we haven't even talked about going steady. We just...
You just sort of go steady. Perhaps that's the best way to go about it. You've dated Marie a few times. You've enjoyed the dates together. You're in the habit of dating each other. As long as you don't make any commitments, as long as you don't expect too much of each other.
That's funny, Dad. I half expected you to be mad when I told you.
couple of years ago, you used to worry if I dated the same girl twice in a row.
Yes, Mother and I used to worry about you going steady. Still do some. But you're older now. Mother and I think that you're better able to cope with the problems that go with going steady.
Yes. You've played the field for 2 or 3 years, Jeff. Now you begin to settle on one girl, to date her rather steadily for a while. Of course, the first time you go steady, you don't expect it to be permanent.
Permanent?
Mother and I went steady for quite a while. But it wasn't the first time for either of us.
What your father means is you'll likely go steady with several different girls before you begin to think seriously about marriage.
Oh, well, who's thinking about getting married?
A lot of young people do actually drift into marriage without first finding out how they get along with more than just one person.
Yes. I think I understand better now. Come on, Dad. Let's play some more checkers.
Oh, I guess I can skin you again.
Not this time.
There. You know, I think this is going to turn out all right.
Oh, I guess so.
Marie, I don't know whether I ought to tell you, but...
What?
Well, Jeff asked me for a date. Naturally, I refused. You know, I think you ought to make a bargain with him. Make him promise not to date anyone else.
Well, how do I know I won't want to date someone else myself?
Well, if you do, you can break up with Jeff. Go steady with the next fellow.
Then why go steady at all? Why not circulate a little? Besides, do you think we're old enough to go steady?
Well, how old should you be? Oh, you don't know how wonderful it is. Hal and I can depend on each other. I never have to worry whether I'll have a date. And it's so good to know that you belong to somebody. You don't have to make an effort to be at your best all the time.
Well, what about petting? I mean, I've heard you can get too deeply involved if you're going steady.
I know what you mean. Some boys think they can take advantage of you if you date them more than a couple of times. It's natural when a couple goes steady that they're closer together, but you have to know when to stop.
Somehow that doesn't sound the way I want it to be. Seems crude.
What?
Know when to stop.
Well, you live your own life, but if you take my advice, you'll get your man and you'll go steady. There, all done. I'll get these things.
I wonder, do I have to decide? Can't I just wait and see what happens? Besides, I don't know how Jeff feels about all this.
Go steady for a while with several different girls. Enjoy it. Learn about yourself and about different kinds of girls. But don't expect too much. Don't make any commitments. That makes sense.
Hi, Jeff. Come on in.
I hope you're not busy tonight. I don't have anything planned, but I did want to say hello. Well, hello.
Hello. Wouldn't you want to play some records?
Sure. But first, I did have one thing planned. Would you like to go to the senior play with me next Friday?
I'd love to. Thanks for asking. It sort of helps if I can plan ahead.
Yes, I see. I'll try to ask you ahead of time, sometimes.
And I'll try to say yes. Sometime. How about the records?
Sure. This is going to be fun.
chocolate, 1 strawberry. You want anything, boy?
No, Dottie's waiting for me. I gotta leave in a couple of minutes.
2 malts, 50 cents.
Here's your chance, Kelly. Double or nothing.
How do I know you've got the other half?
Kelly, sometimes I don't think you're ever going to get rich.
Sometimes I worry about that myself.
Hey, Rich, how about you and the other guys going horseback riding with me and Dot?
No, we can't do it. I've been working all week on my boat, and it's running real good, and we're going to go water skiing.
Oh, you guys, what a drag. All you ever do is water ski.
You want to come along?
No, I promised Dottie. Anyway, she's waiting for me at the stables.
I'll tell you what. You go riding, we'll go water skiing, and I'll pick you up at 4 o'clock at the stables. Then we'll figure out something for tonight.
You pick us up for sure?
You know I wouldn't hang you up.
Well, okay. I'll tell Dot, and I'll meet you at 4.
Tell her I said to keep an eye on you.
Oh,
yeah, and check the stirrups. A big wind might come up.
Very funny.
Hiya, Pint, where you going?
I'll never tell.
What's the matter with him?
Oh, he's been eating too much hay. He doesn't want to go water skiing.
Wow. I mean, how weird can you get, huh?
Are you ready?
Yep, all set. Pam's making a lunch. Hey, and guess where we're going to eat it?
In the boat?
Nope. On an island.
An island?
Yeah, it's a real gas. Some guys told me about it.
I've been all over that water, and I've never seen any island.
You never went that far out. It's way out where the water's too rough to go skiing.
Sounds crazy, Reg.
Are you going to believe this scam? He's always coming up with some long shot. This time it's an island.
All right. I'll tell you what I'll do. If that island isn't there, I'll buy 2 new carburetors for your boat, and I'll put them both in myself.
Come on, Rex, let's find out.
All right.
I told you this island was here. Nobody ever believes me.
Funny we never knew about it.
We do now. And it'll make a crazy spot for beach parties.
Let's take a look around.
Yeah, let's.
Hey, dig that.
Reggie, look. Wait, what? What's the matter with him?
Doped or dead or something.
She's seen us.
Let's get out of here.
The boat's gone.
couldn't have taken it far.
Who couldn't have?
Well, the people on this island.
Maybe it floated out.
No! I tied it real good. Well, let's not get panicky. It has to be somewhere on the shore, so let's circle around it. This sure beats me. No landing, dock, or anything. They might have tied it up at a better place. We better go see.
Not me. Julie and I'll wait for you here. Well, the kids who ran off. How do you do?
Good afternoon, ma'am. We're looking for a boat.
A boat?
I tied it up down at the beach about an hour ago, and now it's gone.
Won't you come in? I'll get you a soft drink.
Oh, thanks, ma'am, but we just... Oh, yeah, a soft drink. That'll be fine.
Now, tell me about your boat.
Have you got it?
Your boat? Of course not. I've been here all day.
Well, someone took it. And if we're not supposed to be here, well, we're sorry. I mean, if you'll just give us our boat back, we won't come back anymore.
But I've told you, I haven't taken your boat.
What kind of a place is this? I mean, who's in charge here? Someone knows where our boat is.
Well, I'm afraid I'm the only one you can talk to.
We've walked all around this island. Now, where do you keep your boats?
We have no boats here.
Well, then how do you get back and forth to shore? Walk?
You're certainly an inquisitive young man. We have no use for boats here because no one leaves the island.
Hey, Red, you remember that boat we saw last month without any skiers?
Yeah, they must have been headed here.
Whoever you saw, I'm sure was going elsewhere.
Look, we don't care who comes here and who doesn't. But I think you know where our boat is, and we want it.
I'm sorry, I can't help you.
Okay, if that's the way you want it, we're going to go see the sheriff.
Yeah. You certainly have a lot of courage. It's very flattering.
Hey, that sounds like Julie and Pam.
What are the girls doing here? Where are they?
I'll find out for you. Ivan? Ivan, are the two girls there?
That's fine, Ivan. We'll be down to see them.
Your friends are downstairs. Come with me.
What's going on? Come on now.
You'll have to excuse Ivan's manners. He's very strong and sometimes forgets himself. If you behave yourselves, he'll not hurt you.
What are you going to do with us?
I'll first answer your other question. We've taken care of your boat, and none of you will leave here. Instead, you will help me in some very important work. No one asked you here, but your curious nature will in turn aid me very much.
Look, what kind of a creep joint is this?
A place of research and discovery. A place where science is free from the interference of stupid politicians.
Oh, yeah? Well, you won't get away with it. We've got some friends waiting for us. When we don't show up, they're going to follow us out here looking for us, and they're going to bust up this whole weird place.
Please let us go. We'll promise never to tell anyone about it.
I'm afraid that's impossible. And as far as someone discovering this island, well, that doesn't bother me in the least. You'll have to excuse me now. I have work to do. Remember what I said. Behave yourselves, and you won't get hurt. Come, Ivan.
Hi, Kelly.
Hi, kid. What you doing?
I'm looking for Red. You seen him?
Well, not since you were here this morning.
How about Skip or Julie?
No, they all left together right after you did.
They were supposed to pick Dottie and me up 2 hours ago at the stables.
Well, they went out in the boat, didn't they?
Yeah.
You think they might have had an accident?
I don't know. When they didn't show up at the stables, I thought maybe Reg might have forgot. But since they haven't been here either, I don't know what to think.
Maybe they ran out of gas.
Well, if they ran out of gas, they could have paddled in. It wouldn't have taken them this long.
Where's Dottie?
Well, she's still waiting down at the stables.
You know, Maury, I've never been out there, but I understand those waters can be treacherous at times. I think the wisest thing for you to do is go see the sheriff. You'll know what to do.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
I'll get Tommy to drive you out. Better stop by and pick up Dottie first.
Yeah.
Help you?
I hope so. I'm Maury Timms. I live over in Compton County. So does Dottie.
What can I do for you, Maury?
Well, we went water skiing today. No, I mean, we didn't go water skiing. We went horseback riding, but, well, Reg and the other kids...
Oh, let me tell him, Maury.
Well, that sounds like a good idea.
Well, the kids we run around with, 4 of them, they went water skiing, and they were supposed to pick us up at 4 o'clock.
At the stables, where we went riding.
But they didn't come. Not at 4 or 5 or 6.
Well, what kind of a boat did they have?
Well, it's got a homemade hull and a souped-up V8 engine.
Was it likely to break down?
Well, no, I don't think so. You see, Reg, well, he keeps it in tip-top condition all the time.
Well, I think you better talk to the sheriff about this.
All right. Let's hear all about it.
Well, we were afraid the boat tipped over something because they were supposed to pick us up a long time ago.
What direction they went?
No, they just went water skiing, no special direction.
Well, now we have about 800 square miles of water out there. That'll be difficult for us to search an area like that.
But you gotta do something, you just gotta.
Now, don't misunderstand me. We'll do the very best we can, of course. You tell Regan to pick up searching immediately. You and I'll relieve him at 5 in the morning.
Can we go with them?
I'm afraid not, miss. It's practically dark.
Do you kids have a car?
Well, no, not one of my own.
Then I'll drive you two home.
Oh, thanks, but could you drive me down to Reggie's car? I'd like to drive it. Reggie doesn't like to leave it outside.
All right.
Any luck, Sheriff?
I'm sorry, son. Nothing yet.
I wish there was something we could do to help. Hey, let's take one of Wally's boats and look around. Wally won't mind. You know, as we were pulling up, I could have sworn I saw somebody walking.
You must be carried away. If they were here, we'd have seen the boat.
Look! I told you I saw somebody. Come on!
Are you looking for someone?
We saw a man back there. We were trying to find him.
He's gone now. Can I help you?
Well, I guess you can. We were going to ask him if he saw anybody. 4 kids in a boat around here yesterday.
Well, I'm sure he didn't. Neither did I. You see, we were both inside all day yesterday.
Do you live here?
Of course. Would you like to take a rest?
No, we better get going. You see, we're searching the water for our friends. We think they might have drowned.
Why, that's terrible. I hope to find them safe and well. Are you sure you wouldn't like a sandwich or something before you go?
No, I think not. Thanks anyway. I bet you don't get many visitors out here.
No one ever comes here.
Oh. Well, goodbye. Thanks for the information.
Who were those snoopers we saw by the water?
There's some kids looking for their friends.
I don't like people around here. There's too much at stake.
You know people are of no concern. Besides, I'm the one who has to stay here, not you.
A slip-up now will ruin everything.
You don't have to worry. I know exactly what I'm doing.
That's what we're here to find out. How is the work progressing?
Very well. I hope to complete Phase 3 this week.
Phase 3? You were on that the last time we were here.
And now it's nearly completed. What do you expect in 4 months?
We expect results. We must have results, and soon.
Tell me, Doctor, what's the chance of finishing the research within 6 weeks?
You mean the research or the actual completion of a perfect capsule?
I mean the completion of 5,000 capsules, ready to drop.
I've received orders from the East that we must move in another direction unless your capsules are ready in time.
You mean hydrogen bombs?
Yes.
Fools. The stupid fools. What good is land that you can't use or go near for years?
You know, of course, that we don't control these things.
Well, what about it? Can you speed up the work?
It is possible. But I've run into a factor that may give us trouble. Come and see for yourself. This is the first capsule that was used on Subject 1. It proved much too strong, as the subject died in 5 hours. I worked out this highly concentrated buffer and tested it on 4 separate subjects.
And the results?
About 0 consistency. Have a look.
If you'll notice, the subjects are direct opposites. One has no spark, no desire for anything. The other teems with rage.
What about that fellow we saw last month? His reaction was perfect.
Ivan, the perfect slave, desire to work, perfect health, and obeys every command. With half the people on Earth in his condition, we'd have the epitome of civilization.
In the bombing of the United States, how many would turn out like him?
Not enough to take care of the wild ones. You couldn't possibly drop the pellets as they now exist.
Then you must find out what it is about Ivan that produced the effect.
I've performed every practical test on him. His body chemistry is basically the same as the rest.
Well, you'll have to figure it out.
I don't believe it can be done in short time. But there is an alternative.
What's that?
It might prove dangerous. But if time is of the essence... I worked out a formula using a completely different paralyzing agent. It rushes directly to the nervous system and can be dropped as a gas. And also it will be difficult to detect in the American water systems.
Is it dangerous to us?
Not in the way you would imagine. The problem is, it can be counteracted.
You mean it's not lasting?
Effective and lasting. Until someone discovers what would bring the subjects back to normal.
Can't you do something or strengthen it?
You want the people alive and strong so they can work and obey their superiors. If I increase the gas, they'd mostly die.
But if they cannot think for themselves, how can they possibly reason a counteragent would help them?
That's where we would have to gamble. At least until we had time to develop a second gas.
How effective is it?
I'll give you a demonstration. Ivan, I'm preparing a test. Be ready to stand by. You'll now be able to see the effect taken by a near-human subject. I think you'll agree this one has plenty of fight in him. Now we tame the savage beast. Ivan, come and get him. You can take him to one of the old cages.
It's amazing. In a matter of seconds, his temper completely suppressed.
I won't even have to lock him up anymore. Although, unlike a man, he's not useful. After I run some tests, Ivan will destroy him.
He appears to have no conscious feeling at all.
From now on, he'll move exactly as he's directed.
If only this could be permanent.
If only we hadn't been betrayed. We'd have the time.
What are you talking about? Who betrayed us?
Do you remember Felix, our contact in South America? The one that helped you with the passport?
Very well. I last saw him in Buenos Aires.
The reason that passport looked so good was because it was a legitimate one. We recently found out that he was a United States federal agent.
Where is he now?
Dead. But we don't know whether or not he had enough time to contact his office about this operation.
This is the reason for the change in time element?
If he did talk to the Pentagon, they'd soon find this place.
Then it's up to you. If you want to take a chance with what you saw, then I'll hurry along with the final tests. I have 4 human subjects to use.
4 new ones?
They're friends of those kids you saw outside.
Are you sure they won't be back?
I rather doubt it. But if they do, we can handle them.
We better stay here a few days, just in case.
Major Coleman is here.
Would you send him right in, please? Did you bring everything they found?
His suitcase contained mostly clothing and personal belongings. I have all the papers we located, but I'm afraid they don't help much. He couldn't carry anything of importance with him.
Is there any chance of finding the body?
If we do, it probably won't tell us much. The murderers undoubtedly checked his clothing.
Everything addressed to Felix. Is that the only name he used?
He used the name Felix in Argentina and Mexico. Even the police in Buenos Aires were unaware of his identity.
We have other agents in Buenos Aires. Why didn't he contact them?
Colonel, we felt this assignment was the most critical we've ever been on. We tried to avoid any possible channel of detection, even our own agents.
Your caution certainly didn't seem to pay off.
Well, I suppose you're right. But we do have one thing, a photograph. This might lead us to their headquarters. First, we're sending copies of this photo to every law enforcement agency in the country. Every city, county, and state officer will be on the lookout for her. Second, we'll detach troops from bases in this area and cover the entire state. When we finish there, we'll move to another until we've covered the western states, then move eastward.
I'll contact General Mundy for additional helicopters in that area.
With your permission, sir, I'd like to also request Marine and Navy helicopters and every reconnaissance plane the Air Force has available.
That's a big order. I hope we can fill it.
It must be filled. Do you realize, Colonel, that if we don't find their base and stop them now, before they distribute this gas in rivers and water supplies across the nation, we'll be able to save at best 20% of the population when they strike?
That's it. Clean as a whistle. Come on.
Can you get it all right?
Oh, no. This one's going to be harder than the other one. It's a better lock.
Maybe we can help it.
Hurry, hurry, he's coming. Get back against the wall, quick. Hey, you.
Every time he comes here, I'm afraid he's going to open the door. The way he looks at me.
I don't think he can do a thing unless he's told to. He must be under some powerful drug.
Maybe he can't hear us when we talk.
Oh, he can hear us all right. Look, it's a good thing he didn't notice the broken lock.
He probably won't be back for a while. You'll have time to open ours.
No, I think we better wait till the last minute.
Well, if he notices the broken lock, we'll be cooked.
But now you've got the time.
Look, Julie!
Getting out of these cages isn't even half the battle. If we can get through that hall and outside, we've got a chance. But we've still got to get off this island, and we can't swim.
Hey, look. Reg and I can sneak out of here tonight after it gets dark. Then we can go down by the water and look for the boat, huh?
If you find it, we'll still be locked up here. And what happens if you don't find it?
It's got to be around here somewhere. And if there's anyone out there, Skip and I alone will have a better chance of not being seen.
Yeah.
Now, we'll be back before morning with the boat all set up. Then we make a run for it, hop in the boat and take off.
It sounds fine. Except if anything goes wrong, we're still locked in here. Can't you fix this lock before you go?
I don't think we'll be as lucky with that one. We'll probably have to break it into pieces. If he comes back here tonight, he'll notice it for sure.
Hey, look. When everything's all ready, a little noise won't matter then. A couple of good whacks and we're all set.
Reg, be careful out there. If they see you,
Now,
they'll probably...
Julie, forget it. We'll be back before daylight. And if they do catch us, we can't be any worse off than we are right now. It's probably dark by now. Come on. Skip, come on.
The sun's nearly up.
Yeah.
Sort of hate to face the girls.
If I were a channel swimmer, I could make it in about 10 hours.
We hadn't walked around so much, we could have built a raft. Wait a minute. We could still get a good start on it.
You know, Skip, sometimes you really amaze me. Come on.
find it? Can we get out of here?
Well, it's almost daylight. We'll have to wait.
But you found the boat.
No. But it's okay. We're building a raft.
A raft?
It's our only chance. We'll have it finished tomorrow night, then we take off.
Hey, we better get inside. They might be getting up.
Right. And we better get some sleep.
Where's the raft now?
Oh, come on. Reg is right. Let's get some rest.
We hid it down by the water. Just keep your fingers crossed that they don't find it.
Hello? The sheriff, please. Oh, that's right, the sheriff's office. Thank you.
Sheriff's office. Johnson.
Hello? Hello, this is Maury Timms. Yeah, Maury. Listen, we were out in the boat today, and we came across something real strange. We found this island. We think the kids might be there.
I see. Well, look, Maury, I'm due to go out on a call right now.
The sheriff isn't here, so you'd better go see him in his home. His address is 233 Elmwood Road. Can you find it?
Well, yeah, I guess so. We're not too far from there. I'll leave right now and catch him. Thanks a lot. Goodbye.
Well, hello, kids. Come on in.
Sorry to have to bother you at home, Sheriff.
Oh, that's all right, but we still haven't found anything.
I think we did. Not a boat or anything, but we found something that sure looked funny.
Well, what'd you see?
Well, we were out there in the water, in this boat we borrowed. Well, we were looking all around like you. Well, we went way over toward the east. Must have gone about, 30, 40 miles. We came to this real weird place.
It was an island.
Yeah, real strange like. I didn't even know it was there before.
Well, that must be Mullet Island. There used to be some buildings on it about 50 years ago.
That sounds like it. Well, anyway, we thought it was worth looking at, so we went there and we talked to this woman. And
you talked to someone on Mullet Island?
Yeah, she lived there.
I can't believe anyone could be living on that old island. There's no facilities.
She lives there all right. We saw her.
Well, how odd. Wonder why anyone would pick that place. Well, what'd she say? Had she seen anything of the boat or the kids?
She said she hadn't seen anybody, but we think she was lying.
Now, what makes you think that?
Well, we didn't think too much about it at the time. We wanted to look around the water some more. But Dottie brought it up on the way back.
I'm sure she lied to us, Sheriff. And she might know something about the kids she's not telling.
Now, wait a minute. If people want to live in isolation, that's their own business. They have that right. Don't you jump to conclusions just because this woman may have looked, a little odd.
It's not that. It's, well, she...
Now, look here. You're all upset about this thing. And it's a terrible experience. But do you really think that a person, anyone, would see your friends and then deliberately say they hadn't? What possible reason could they have?
We don't know. That's why we came to you.
I think you both let your imaginations run away with you. Now, I suggest you go home and let me handle this search. But I have to tell you the truth. I'm not too optimistic about it after all the area we've covered.
Have you been out to the island?
Now, do you actually believe that your friends would go out there and stay this long?
Well, no. Not unless they couldn't get off.
She lied to us, Sheriff. I know she did.
She told us no one ever came out there. And as we left, the boat was just arriving.
Have you kids been home to dinner or any place since coming back from out there?
No, we didn't want to waste any time looking for you.
All right. We get the boat now and ride out there and have a look around. Will that give you any satisfaction?
Yeah, but, well, if we find anything, are you sure you can handle it by yourself?
I think so, Maury. And if not, I've got a radio in the boat.
It'll take a few minutes for the solution to drop to the right temperature before I can combine it.
Will there be a temperature problem in the water supplies?
Not after I once set the exact formula. The molecules will spread rapidly and actually become a part of the water.
And you say it'll only take a few hours to reach the full effect?
Between 1 and 3 hours, the bacteria should be everywhere.
By that you mean including the nerve gas?
The pellets can be of any size you think necessary. Large ones will, of course, spread more gas rapidly in the essential areas.
I just hope the effects are as good as we anticipate.
You won't be disappointed. I'm about ready for the test. If you'll excuse me a second. Ivan, we're ready for the 2 girls. Would you bring them in, please?
Go on, get out. Go on. Okay. Come, keep away from him, Marvin. Come and get me. Come on. Get away from him. He's taking away. Hold him. Skip, hold it. Come on.
You come with us. You must do it.
Now, goodbye.
They put him in that room to kill him.
Oh, we can't rush them. They must have guns.
If we'd have only gotten out of here last night.
Now, gentlemen, if you'll watch carefully, you'll see the exact effect working on the human system. Well, look who we have here. How are you, Mr. Sheriff?
Not so good. I've got a couple of real inquisitive kids here.
I knew there'd be trouble.
They won't be any trouble. I think they'll help us instead.
What's going on here, Sheriff? Who are these people?
Maury, look! It's Julie and Pam!
You see? You see, she did lie. The kids are prisoners here.
Not prisoners. We prefer to call all of you our guests. Ivan.
Sheriff, do something. Sheriff! I'm trying to let us go!
It'll do you no good. The sheriff won't help you.
I'd like to talk to you, Doctor.
Well, certainly, Sheriff. What is it?
Look, our deal was that I'd supply you with drunks and prisoners. But this time you've gone too far.
These subjects are no different from the ones you brought me.
No, except that they have families that want to find them. This search is getting publicity on the outside, and I can't control it.
We can't stop now. Not for anything. You have to give us a little more time.
We'll have to move fast. But we'll need some pieces of pipe. Or clubs.
I'll see what I can find.
Agree with you. Oh, we need I think we can all relax. Keep our wits about this thing. After all, we haven't been discovered yet. And I don't believe we'll need any more people over here. What do you think, Doctor?
I was never one to complain over a simple problem.
Simple problem? Do you realize
I do
it?
realize. And I also understand thoroughly what we're all expected to do. I'm doing my job under the same conditions as you. Only I don't complain about every problem I run into.
Very well, then. Perhaps you should appoint someone to take my place.
Perhaps we will.
All right. Do what you think best. Let me know what you decide.
We certainly will. The fool. Didn't he know that none can quit?
We'll have to hurry now. Ivan, take him outside.
Where do you want these two?
Keep them there. They'll serve as a second test.
Look, we gotta move now or it's too late. Go to the door and let the girls out.
What's that?
All right, on your feet. Come on!
Hurry, Rick. Let's get the girls out.
can't open that door. But she can. Come on. Come on. All right, go open that door right now.
You keep them covered, Maury.
Right.
Their minds are gone, just like the rest.
Yeah, well, she knows how to bring around, and she's gonna do it. All right, get started.
Started with what?
You know what I mean. Something to take care of Julie and Pam.
There's nothing I can do for them.
You'd rather feel a few bullets burn through you.
Go ahead and kill me if you like, if that will help them.
Look! You invented this stuff. It figures you can do something about it.
If I could, I wouldn't, so you're wasting your time.
Your time's gonna burn out if you don't do what I say.
Hey, listen, Reg. When that gas is poured on someone, they lose their will, don't they?
Yeah.
After that, they do as they're told.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Okay. Which way do you want it? All right, then get moving. Tell them don't go through it.
Try it, you fool.
How do you release the stuff? Hey, I think this is it right here. I wonder how long it takes to do it.
It looks like it's clear enough.
Let's get her. Get back. Don't you try that again.
All right, now let's have it. Come on. Now, you know what we want. Come on. Something that'll fix the girls. Come on now, I'm not kidding.
Hold it, Skip.
You understand me?
Hold it.
I mean it.
We're doing something wrong. You two guys, come over here. All right. If you guys want to stay alive, you better do as we say.
We can do nothing.
Tell me how to get through to her.
I don't know. We're not scientists.
You know all about this gas, though.
Hey, maybe she's an exception. What do you say we put one of them in there, huh? We'll get them to talk.
Yeah, I'll buy that. Okay, you. Let's go. I said move. No, wait. I'll tell you. I don't know exactly which one it is, but if I show us where it is. I think that's the one. What do you mean you think that's the one? Well, she only mentioned it once. I think that's the mixture to counteract the gas. Now, this might be poison.
Let's give it to her first. Follow me. Are you all right?
See this up together. We have to stop them.
The police boat. We'll have to put it away with the other boats before they reach it.
It's coming from there.
Come on, hurry! Well, hurry, get it started. Come on! We can all fit in here. What about the other guy in there? After the grill is finished with him, I doubt if he can make it to the water. Let's go! With pleasure.
I picked up Major Coleman. We're about 10 miles in from the airport. We should arrive at headquarters in a couple of minutes. Over.
Unit 2, we're waiting. 10-4. The Army will be very grateful to you kids. You know, it's funny that the picture of that woman just arrived this morning.
You know, I'll bet if that sheriff had been here, you wouldn't have seen it at all.
I guess you're right, Maury. I expect a full investigation of this office. We had a lot of prisoners unaccounted for.
We saw quite a few men on the island. I guess they must have been the ones.
Poor devils. I hope we can do something for them.
I'm Major Coleman. Are you Johnson?
I was placed in temporary charge of the substation.
From what I understand, the job will be permanent. And these must be the kids that cracked a ring the Army couldn't even locate.
They sure did, sir. And we're mighty proud of them.
Well, if we did anything, sir, it was to save our own neck. Most of us were scared stiff most of the time.
Nonetheless, you accomplished it. And you performed a great service. This group was the largest menace to United States security we've ever had.
Wow.
You think maybe we'll get a medal, huh?
Oh, there you go. I swear, Skip, you remind me of a walking comic book.
What's wrong with being famous? I can just see the headlines. Football star cited for bravery.
Oh. Football star? If you ever get off the bench, I'll personally give you a medal.
Oh, wow, Pam, you sure are a drag, you know that? Hey, I was talking about next year.
I believe there'll be rewards for all of you. In a few days, you'll be going to Washington, D.C., where you'll be interviewed by the President himself. In the meantime, if there's anything we can do for you, let us know.
Major Coleman.
Yes?
Did you say you'd do anything we asked, sir?
If it's at all possible, of course.
Well, sir, I mean, Skip and I, we sort of... Well, sir, there's a secret boat dock somewhere on that island. And we looked and looked for it. And I'm going to flip if I don't see it. Can we go with you when you go to search for it? I've got something at stake, you know. My boat's there, and I've got to get it back.
Son, I'm sure you're perfectly welcome. Come back in about 2 hours, and we'll be glad to take you with us.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, crazy. How about that? Well, what do you say we all have a ball, huh? Let's go water ski.
Yeah. What do we use for a boat?
Oh, yeah. Anybody for horseback riding? Oh!